This machine creates $187.50 per minute and more than $11,000 per hour. A quarter coin is worth 25 cents once it reaches the bank, a store, or people's pockets, but the material it is made of has little value. In this video, we visit the U.S. Mint to discover how 25-cent coins are made. Around 500 BC, the Chinese invented coins made from cheap materials such as copper. Current legal tender coins are still made with copper, nickel, and other inexpensive materials. There are three main types of coins: legal tender coins that we use as money, gold coins that are used as an investment, and commemorative coins, high-quality pieces made of gold and silver that commemorate historical events. A coin becomes money when it leaves the mint. The U.S. Mint, on average, produces 3 million 25-cent coins per day. When coins were first minted in the 1790s, they were made of silver, but in 1965, silver became scarce, so the U.S. government chose to switch to nickel-plated copper. The minting process begins with the extraction of raw materials. Mines from all over the U.S. and the world supply the necessary silver, copper, and other metals. The U.S. Mint also uses recycled metal. The life of these coins begins here, in this huge scrapyard where mountains of recycled copper are prepared for use. They are pressed by an immense hydraulic ram. The refined metal is melted, and the necessary metals are added. The U.S. Mint makes its coins from an alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel. All coins start as huge rolls of nickel-plated copper. To make coins, the metal strips go through a blanking press that cuts almost 300,000 planchets per roll. Waste has no monetary value. A machine separates each cut as it will be recycled and reused to make more coins. The planchets come out of the blanking press like a slot machine, and then an elevator carries them in small trays. The planchets are poured into collecting containers. At this stage, the planchets are simple metal discs. They have no face and are not yet worth 25 cents. Perhaps their size is similar to that of a real coin, but these planchets must undergo a great test before becoming money. The planchets must survive the action of a powerful machine. This machine raises the edge of the planchets around its perimeter by exerting pressure on the edge of the planchets as they pass through a very narrow channel. Everything happens so quickly that it is impossible to see the planchets passing by. The planchets pass through the channel between a rotating steel disc and a rail of the same material. The channel is barely wider than the coin's width. That is why the edges of the planchets are compressed and raised to pass through the narrow channel. This is how the relief that is felt when touching the edge of a coin is formed. This edge is necessary to stack the coins and so that the planchet can maintain its shape during the next test. The coin press. A hammer presses each planchet between two dies. One of these dies imprints the design of the face on one side of the planchet, while the other is for the reverse. If we talk about making easy money, the coin press is so fast that it stamps 750 planchets per minute. In other words, it creates $187.50 per minute and more than $11,000 per hour. An inspector randomly analyzes coins as they come out of the press to ensure that the faces are aligned. If a coin fails, the entire batch is discarded. Defective coins are destroyed to prevent them from becoming collectibles. But if the sample is perfect, all the coins are poured into an automatic counter that fills giant bags with 200,000 25-cent coins, totaling $50,000. This mint produces so many coins per day that the excess must wait in containers to avoid jamming the counter. The coins that pass inspection are now ready for distribution. Legal tender coins are packaged in storage bags and sent to the Federal Reserve Bank for distribution to local banks. If you want to know how the dollar is made, the link is in the description and the first comment. Like, subscribe, and activate notifications to continue learning. Bye-bye.